Amoo the podcast. We put KUFFAR and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put KUFFAR and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast.
Peep this, your grave, you may be near it. Life's short, yeah, that part, so take it serious. Think twice, that afterlife should have you curious. Each week, that week's speech should have you furious. The same old same, all hail King such and such. You say hell, I say hell, get off is much to be desired. Khutbah should be fire, let's rouse the believers. Situations dire.
Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put KUFFAR and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put Fitna and Dhul on blast. Amoo the podcast.
You claim Salafiyya, we follow the Salaf in understanding, but without the branding. Allah named us Muslim, with that we stay content. No division is titles, ego's a false idol. A mustard seed of kibba can land you in the fire. Plus that his beer is fueled by desires. Question, aren't y'all tired of divide and slaughter? May Allah grant us guidance. Shout out to the martyrs.
Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put KUFFAR and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put Fitna and Dhul on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put KUFFAR and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put KUFFAR and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast.
Peep this, your grave, you may be near it. Life's short, yeah, that part, so take it serious. Think twice, that afterlife should have you curious. Each week, that week's speech should have you furious. The same old same, all hail King such and such. You say hell, I say hell, get off is much to be desired. Khutbah should be fire, let's rouse the believers. Situations dire.
Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put KUFFAR and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put Fitna and Dhul on blast. Amoo the podcast.
You claim Salafiyya, we follow the Salaf in understanding, but without the branding. Allah named us Muslim, with that we stay content. No division is titles, ego's a false idol. A mustard seed of kibba can land you in the fire. Plus that his beer is fueled by desires. Question, aren't y'all tired of divide and slaughter? May Allah grant us guidance. Shout out to the martyrs.
Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put KUFFAR and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put Fitna and Dhul on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put KUFFAR and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. Amoo the podcast. We put KUFFAR and shirk on blast. Amoo the podcast.
Peep this, your grave, you may be near it. Life's short, yeah, that part, so take it serious. Think twice.
Assalamu alaikum.
Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome to Amoo the podcast, where we seek to cure the kuffar infected by injecting the Islamic perspective. I am your host, Amoo, and joining us today, the Amoo that you're indifferent about.
I made it.
Amoo Jibril, alhamdulillah, he's taking over for, sitting in for Amoo Yusuf, the Amoo you love to hate, because he's on the road again.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm taking over for Yusuf.
Oh, mashallah.
I'm taking over.
Hey, I didn't start that beef, man.
Say, Yusuf, I'm here now, bro.
This is almost that Albie and Peach versus Fresh and Fit type thing, man. Y'all gonna be posting receipts.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be posting receipts and everything, subhanAllah. Anyway, so
disclaimer, right?
Yeah, let's go ahead and disclaim. I'll read it. I'm not gonna read it in Malayalam though. The opinion of Amoo the podcast, is based on Islam. Our intentions are to be correct. However, we may not always be right. Others may differ in concepts, but these are ours. Okay. So, alhamdulillah. Now, how you doing, bro?
Alhamdulillah. I'm good, man. Okay. I'm glad you got to be here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you're glad to be here.
Random.
Okay, now it's time for random. Random. As I mentioned, about 4 days now, the beef between Abba and Peach versus Fresh and Fit. Now, I don't know why Mahdi Tijani keeps calling Myron Gaines, aka Amar, or whatever his name is, on Fresh and Fit. He's the fit part of Fresh and Fit. The other one can only be fresh because he ain't fit. So, but he keeps calling him brother, like our Sudanese brother. Like, the dude's not a Muslim, man. The dude's not Muslim. His mom might be Muslim.
I thought he was at first.
His family might be Muslim. Yeah. Well, I mean, you say, oh, my family's Muslim and stuff like that. People think that you're Muslim. Long time ago, there was a book printed by Saudi, okay? What is Islam? I think it was a real colorful book, has like gold or yellowish calligraphy on the front of the book, and it gave talk about Muslims from around the world, pictures of Asian Muslims and African Muslims and European Muslims, stuff like that. Anyway, so one of the definitions of what is a Muslim is doesn't make a person Muslim. But I don't know why, like I say, Mahdi Tijani keeps calling Myron Gaines Muslim. He's not Muslim, bro. He's not Muslim. You know, and so some of the advice he says mom gave him, I don't know about her either. But
come on, I don't know if you can say that, boy. But
no, I'm just saying, bro. You know, a Muslim is, I mean, a Muslim. You know, we don't just say we're Muslim, but we don't talk, we don't advise, we don't act. You know?
Right.
We don't think. You know, so a lot of that, you know, it puts us under suspicion. You know. When we don't carry the thoughts or speak Islamically. Anyway, they got this beef going because, Myron Gaines, Fit, whatever, he went off. You know, he went off talking about how many subscribers he got, how many likes they get, how much, you know, all this type of stuff. And he was really, really emotional about it. And he's talked about Abba's wife. He said he's probably married to some beluga whale or something like that, you know. So, and that was a really low blow. He talked about his country, Haiti, and they thought that was a low blow. Like, I really don't care. I mean, I don't care about that.
What is a patriot of?
White nigga, go back, go back. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like, you know, yeah, I ain't into all that country. Patriotism, you know, wataniya. Wataniya is haram in Islam. You're not supposed to love a country for the sake that it's a country. You should love a country that rules by Islam.
There you go.
You know, Absolutely. I mean, if there was such a nation today, then, you know, and we have a fly problem. I think we have about, when you counted 3?
About 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, man, bro, they come and post up on a computer, on a laptop. Now, I know black folks say laptop. No such thing as a laptop. It's a laptop because it's not a desktop. It's a laptop. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so, but we'll never get black folks to say the right thing because it's Ebonics, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so anyway, that's the random. It's kind of entertaining. Some
internet fitness, so-called fitness model. How you be a fitness model? Either you, I did personal. I still do personal training with children, but I did personal training for adults at one particular time. It's not, there's no fitness model. Like, what are you modeling? You're a prostitute. You're a prostitute.
Basically.
You're a fitness prostitute. Stop saying you're a fitness model. Anyway, Myron Gaines tried to leverage his position on the show to say, hey, if you come in and be on this show and get the clout that I'm offering, that I'm able to provide, then you have to basically sleep with me. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So yeah, but this is red pill type stuff, man.
Yeah, supposedly.
Red pill type stuff is paying for prostitutes and leveraging, finances, to get the the goods or whatever. So, if y'all see flies, man, blame him.
Say it's just 2 or 3.
I'm just saying because you're like, it's a lost creation. Don't kill them.
They joining the podcast.
Don't kill them. I'm a vegan. What else you say?
They're part of the podcast, man.
Okay.
Yeah. They joining them today. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, we all kind of fly. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so moving on. Okay.
What's popping?
What's popping?
No, that's all my voice, right?
Well, it needs to be mine.
That's me.
Well,
all that popping and all that. Yeah.
Beatbox, all that.
I just collaged it and made that, because I can't afford the real sound or popcorn.
But that was nice, man.
Yeah, I could try it. So I did it all, make the music with your mouth biz. Anyway, so what's popping is the topic. Can KUFFAR be alpha? That's the issue. Can KUFFAR be alpha? What do you think?
Nah. In they own little world, they can. In they KUFFAR world, they can.
Okay.
In they KUFFAR world, yeah.
Okay, you say in the KUFFAR sphere.
Yeah, there you go.
In the KUFFAR sphere, yeah. They can be alpha. Okay, that's what he's saying. And if you just saw a fly, blame him, because I wanted to kill him. My first instinct is to kill. Man, I wish I'd have. Never mind, forget it. So I wish I'd have killed these flies, man. Listen to this. We Are the World. Hold hands. Hands across America.
If you pay them no attention, man.
Or they don't fly by if you don't pay attention.
They fly by, but
okay.
Man, I ain't paying attention.
Look, one of them just landed. It has 3 flies in the studio, man. SubhanAllah. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so can KUFFAR be alpha? Well, as they define alpha and high value. I'm not sure those are actually synonymous. You know what I'm saying? High value basically is a man with resources who women value based on his resources. Okay.
Right.
You can be beta and be high value.
Yeah.
Bill Gates. Bill Gates is high value. He's beta.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he pulled an alpha move on his wife though.
Before
he married his wife, he said, "Look, I got a girlfriend. I got a girlfriend I knew before you. And we still gonna go on vacation every year like we've been doing. We still gonna do this and that. You cool?" And his wife's like, straight.
Well, you got the money.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, so so he got so much money he can test drugs on African kids. So if y'all think certain drugs weren't tested,
yeah,
they tested them on little African kids.
That's been going on for.
Somebody treating malaria. When do y'all? Bill and Melinda Gates,
man,
pharmacy.
They've been experimenting on Africans, man, since the beginning, man.
Yeah. I mean,
since colonization.
They even had not to digress too much, but they had a theory that black women don't feel pain, or black people in general don't feel pain, and black women they would anesthetize black women because they say we don't feel pain anyway, so they would do live surgery with no anesthesia, man.
Yeah, I heard that. People subhanAllah.
Evil folks, man. Evil folks, you know what I'm saying? Believing in the dude on a stick, 2 sticks. Anyway, so can KUFFAR be alpha? Now, we've already discussed, okay, what's high value? High value means basically resources, okay? So you can have resources and be beta, like Bill Gates is beta, Zuckerberg, Facebook, he's beta.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. Who?
Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook?
Yeah.
Why Westbrook got to be beta?
Westbrook. Who I'm talking about? Not Westbrook.
The same, man.
Who I'm talking about? Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson.
Yeah, but they say he is, but I mean,
nah, he's beta.
He's Kaffa. He's Kaffa. So that's the discussion though. But yeah. So they say that he's beta, so on and so forth. And then the brother Akili Nuisi, he came out, he posted a video talking about perhaps Russell Wilson was not beta as they define it, but he leveraged Sierra in order to get the black vote. Basically, he leveraged Sierra, because otherwise, why would he go for a woman that has a child by, a near do well like Future, and stuff like that. So anyway, so can Kuffar be beta? Now we describe high value, which is resources, okay, basically just money, okay, and according to them, then we describe beta as in not necessarily being a forthright leader, so on and so forth. Now defining alpha. A simple definition of alpha when it comes to men, we talk about the manosphere, the red pill, or what have you. Alpha is a person that can lead their woman.
Absolutely.
He can lead the woman. Now, if you say, well, that's also a person that can control his woman, nah, that's a whole.
That's a different. That's a different.
That's a whole individual. That's a whole individual. And the Muhammad Sallam, we don't call Muhammad Sallam alpha. But if there was a definition of an alpha individual, that would be Muhammad Sallallahu. But he was Rasulullah, which is above alpha. You know what I'm saying? That means that he has Allah's guidance. He's ma'asum. He's infallible. He cannot deviate from the wahi or the revelation given to him. So that's way above the alpha understanding. Yeah. Okay. Now, but as Muslims that follow the Sunnah of the Rasul Muhammad Sallam, us that are not ma'asum, are not infallible, okay, not receiving wahi, not being guided by Allah Ta'ala, as in we cannot deviate, again, ma'asum, infallible, we as Muslim individuals should be all in the category of alpha. If you know your deen, if you carry your deen, if you implement your deen.
Yeah.
I'm saying, study and know your deen, carry your deen as in dawah, and implement your deen in your personal life. Okay? And for those that are your amanat or your trust that are under you. Okay? So, that would be something from the Muslim side of things. Of course, we're discussing everything from Muslim perspective. Yes, we'll tell you what the Kafir definition is, but from Muslim perspective, and I know this desk is kind of, you can see my hands under the desk and things like that, and yeah, this is last minute. This is not, this is my personal studio. This is not the studio that we usually do the podcast in. So things are kind of, upside down.
Yeah, nonetheless, is what we're getting out, what we're putting out there.
Inshallah, concept wise.
Right.
I'll try to stop moving my hands. How about that? And I got the laptop over my mouth, and I blame him. I blame him and the flies. I blame him and the flies. Let me lower this a little bit. There we go. I'll blame him and the flies. Anyway, so that's a little bit better for me. Now, can Kuffar be alpha? Now, alpha not only can lead women, women that they associate with, women that they are responsible for, women that are part of their household, as in wives. And I say wives, not plural, wife. Right. Wives, wife or wives. Okay. Now, but alpha can lead other men. Do we find Kuffar fitting that role, leading other men?
Yeah, other Kuffar. They are leading other Kuffar men. Other betas.
Okay, let's hit that so I don't forget. For a kafir to be led by another kafir would automatically make him beta.
Yeah, absolutely.
No matter how much money you have. You can be high value, so-called financially, what they say, but it'll automatically make him beta.
I agree.
You know why? Because blind leading the blind. Mm-hmm. Ray Charles leading Stevie Wonder. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what you'll have. A kafir, for those of you that ever went through kuffar, a lot of us have, they didn't found Islam, embrace Islam, Allah granted us guidance. We didn't have a clue. We didn't have a clue. What we drank was based on our palate. What we ate was based on our palate. Okay? who we associated with was based on the the cost benefit analysis. You know what I'm saying? Is she gonna put out or so on? I mean, this was the issue. Is she good? Is she not good? So on and so forth. If I buy this burger, will I get the buns? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
This was the cost benefit analysis. You know what I'm saying? For as individuals, it was basically maslaha, excuse me, benefit. You know what I'm saying? Maslaha wa manfa'a, benefit. And that's how we judge things. It was a very capitalist way of judging things, okay? Now that we're Muslim, it's a different perspective, a different hadara, a different viewpoint of life. Okay. So let's take some examples. You take Jim Jones. Jim Jones, let's say he was alpha. You say, oh no, he wasn't alpha. He poisoned those people in Guyana, and made them drink poison lemonade and made them stick handkerchiefs down their throats until they pull till the tip comes back at least with blood on it to show their devotion.
You're talking about the cult, right?
The cult, yeah, Jim Jones in Guyana, yeah. So anyway, well, he was leading all those people. People follow him even to the death.
Yeah.
So if maybe he's Kappa Alpha, I'm saying he led people to death. He led people to death, men and women. I'm saying, men and women. So those that follow him, you consider them alpha? Nah, they all beta.
Yeah. Well, again, in the kuffar world,
Yeah,
they're
beta. Yeah, beta in our world and kuffar world. Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? He was a partaker in prostitution. You know what I'm saying? He bought white women. You know what I'm saying? Prostitutes.
beta characteristics.
They say he would no, they consider that alpha though. They would consider that, they do.
Yeah.
Prostitution, paying prostitute, they consider that alpha anyway.
I don't see how.
Yeah. I mean that's their world, their perspective, their sphere. So he said that, he very eloquent. I mean, I've heard some speeches of him, very eloquent speaker. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about King?
Yeah, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Actually wasn't a doctor, but anyway.
Yeah.
Honorary. So anyway, so but his lifestyle didn't match. I'm not saying, we always on point Islamically. We're gonna fall, make mistakes. What Toba is about. But this man had a lifestyle of paying prostitutes, white prostitutes, and they say he would beat them. You know what I'm saying, I don't know what that was about. The FBI kept that out of the public eye.
Yeah, until
post-mortem after he passed away. Then they exposed him. Which I mean, like they say, subhanAllah, man. Somebody said, I don't know who said it. They said, when the kuffar are done with you, they break their toys.
Yeah, that's real.
That's what happens.
That's real.
Matter of fact, the guy was saying that about Polite, who we're going to discuss. The guy said that about Polite. He said, man, a lot of these COINTELPROs, they put these people out here to lead, so-called lead from an alpha point of view. They got the philosophy, they got the solutions, they got all this kind of stuff. The enemy puts them out there.
Oh yeah.
The man.
Oh yeah. The agenda for the agenda.
Those white baby Jesus twins. They put that out there. Why? To lead y'all all one way. Okay. To quell any really true grassroots movement that's gonna effect change. So they do that, and then what? Then they snatch them. They break their toys. You know what I'm saying? They use Martin Luther King for the peace movement. They broke their toys. They use a lot of was it Huey Newton, one of the Black Panther founders? He was known to be he was a CIA, a FBI agent. Stuff like that. So they break their toys when they finish. They break their toys, and this is what they do. So that's why you should never trust them. Nevertheless, so we got these kuffar that have taken seemingly alpha positions, right? Seemingly alpha positions, but everyone that follows them has to be beta, okay? Because they don't have the solution. They have a good conversation. Maybe they got some momentum in a certain sphere of life, or with a certain nationality or a subgroup of society. But after that, what? Yeah. After that, there's no real solution coming forthcoming from these individuals.
No, they just pointing out the problems, but like you said, they don't have the solutions.
I mentioned there was an imam. He's still here in the United States. He was called the most sought after speaker in North America. All he did was quote statistics. 9 out of 10 dentists recommend sugarless gum for their patients that chew gum. Allahu Akbar. Like, his speeches were like that to me. It was like stand-up comedy almost, because he offered no solution. And when we asked him for a solution, he got very mad. He got very mad and made personal attacks, kind of like what FRESH&FIT, FIT did, Myron Gaines did toward Albert and his wife. But nevertheless, let's go through them. I mentioned 3. I'm gonna mention a 4th. He's Muslim. 4th or 5th is Muslim. So we're not gonna throw them in the kuffar category, of course, it would be live. But I'm gonna mention characteristics that 1 or 2 of them have that clearly shows that they claim to be alpha. They're not alpha. Okay. I don't even think that's a goal for Muslims, though, is it? I mean, to be a Muslim, to be a believer, a mu'min, yes. Look at flies, man, look at flies. You know, to be a mu'min, yes, that's a goal. But it's not like alpha, like on Judgment Day, there'll be no alpha judgment. There'll be no questions in the grave where you alpha. So we don't care about that.
Yeah.
But this is the colloquial speak. It is the common language of the people these days. So therefore, that's why we, being current Muslims, are going to talk about the current situation and realities, right? So we start with Brother Polite. I'll say brother as in name wise. Name wise, not or kunya, nickname wise, not as he's not my brother.
He's not Muslim. No, he's not Muslim.
Brother Jabril, Amoo Jabril asked, was he's a 5%? I say he about 4%. He about 4%. Yeah. So anyway, so they say, as I posted on my page, that he was a little too polite. Brother Polite was a little too polite to a 14-year-old, the daughter of his girlfriend. Right? Yeah, it's crazy because I think he has multiple wives and he has a girlfriend, and it's all over the place, man. And this is just, without getting to the allegations, they say it was DEA found on her, some kind of DNA. I said DEA. DNA. Well, DEA might be looking into it too. So DNA found somewhere on her person. Could have been on a baby toe. You don't know, man. I mean, whatever. So look, if they found it in her, they would have said it. They say they found it somewhere around her, in her. Could have been on her shirt, whatever. He could have coughed and put COVID DNA on her. Who knows? Anyway, so even if let's say the allegations are not found, they just say he got her drunk. She woke up. He was trying to, whatever. Anyway, so why would she go to a hotel room with him by herself? Why would he do that? Why would she do that? Well, she's 14. She can't. Okay, how many little black kids got tried as adults at 14 and younger? 9 years old being tried as an adult. What was that, 11-year-old boy, 9-year-old boy did a wrestling move that he saw off of TV and killed another little kid?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Like a chubby little boy.
That was about 10, 15 years ago. I know.
He wasn't 15 years old.
I say,
about the case.
Yeah,
the case was probably that old. They tried him as an adult.
Yeah, I remember that.
So he made a conscious decision to suplex that boy, a power driver, did whatever that he saw on TV, that he saw other folks didn't look like him do. You know what I'm saying? And they tried him as an adult. A lot of cases, I know a 13-year-old boy, a cop caught him in a stolen car and slapped him. Martin Luther King Park. Speaking of Martin Luther King, slapped him. The cop didn't have to slap him. It was a park police, which are actually real cops. He, instead of arresting the boy, he wanted to humiliate him. Caught him in the car, slapped the little boy, little 13-year-old Crip dude. Correct. Wrestled the gun from him and killed him. Blah, blah. That's what you get. You shouldn't have slapped him. You shouldn't have slapped him. You learn in martial arts, the way men are attacked is different from the way an assailant would attack a man is different from the way an assailant or aggressive person would attack a woman. It's a totally different dynamic. Slapping is what men would do to women. Yeah. Women would do to women. Men are not attacked in that way. You know what I'm saying? Men are not attacked in that way. So therefore, when that police slapped that boy, that young man, that boy, he didn't know how to react to it except to take his gun and then blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how blah blah.
That's how it sounded. Say, come on.
That's how it sounds. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so with this being said, polite. If he gave the girl alcohol, that's an issue. If he took her to the room by himself, that's an issue. Whatever he did, it's a 14-year-old girl. Not everybody matures at the same rate. At 14, she has puberty, she's post-pubescent, so on and so, not post-pubescent, but she has puberty basically. And this is the issue. Whatever that is, the mom gave him permission to take her to
the hotel.
No, to an after party, some type of thing. Mom gave him permission, like, your 14-year-old daughter. What kind of relationship y'all got? So anyway, this man, he's not he would not be considered a man that can lead other men. You know what I'm saying, not saying because he made a mistake, but his life is a mistake. His belief is a mistake. You know what I'm saying, his belief is a mistake. His life is a mistake. And I'm not just picking at him. I'm flawed myself, but I'm a believer, so I'm head and shoulders above him. Okay. So the next one, Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels calls himself high value. I don't know if he calls himself alpha. I think I've heard that before. Alpha male, so on and so forth. Kevin Samuels is not. Kevin Samuels admittedly procures prostitutes. Admittedly, you know what I'm saying, he pays for it. You know what I'm saying, an alpha man doesn't just run roughshod. You know what I'm saying, through women. He definitely doesn't pay for women because that would be considered beneath him. Yeah. An alpha man is a man that all women aspire to be with. So who would pay? Can you imagine? Now you pay for a certain skill. You pay for a certain skill, but just to pay for a woman when you are, let's say you are Michael Jordan. Can you imagine? I'm sure he pays. I'm sure he'll pay because he's Michael Jordan. I'm sure he'll pay. But I'm saying, but you don't have to pay as Michael Jordan.
Nah, your name alone. I mean, who you are.
Michael Jackson made dudes cry.
That's some punk stuff right there, man.
Yeah, that's sub beta. That's sub beta. But Michael Jackson made dudes cry. Obama made dudes cry. I can't imagine Obama paying for the boy. When he could just go to Bohemian Grove and be with all them folks, all them Ahasa Diddy folks, sacrificing babies and young chickens, whatever they do at Bohemian Grove with their little homo festival or whatever. Yeah. So anyway, and that's a real place. It's a real ritual that these people are evil. These people are devil worshippers. Mm-hmm. Don't be. They go to church, they go to mass. Don't let that fool you, man. These people are devil worshippers, and you can worship the devil in the church. Matter of fact, the devil is the author of Christianity. Why you say that? Why'd you say that, bro? Why'd you? I don't understand why he said that.
Said that. Now, he said that. Look, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
It could be the flies.
But the truth is the truth.
It could be the flies. Anyway, so we go past Kevin Samuels. We say that he cannot be alpha because he admittedly does that. He also, and now no man has to sit there and just field insults. No man has to do that. Kevin Samuels, he does take a little bit. He lets people say certain things, but when they start, going off, he'll click them off.
Yeah, he'll turn them off in a minute.
He'll click them off, and some people say, "Well, this is not alpha behavior, whatever." Well, he's high value because he has resources and people. Women. These women these days are admitted. They may not have a W-9, a W-2 form, but they are prostitutes.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Modern day prostitutes. And they put their wares out to be worn. You put their wares out to be worn to the highest bidder, and they all about resources. And matter of fact, we was talking about pre-podcast that resources is subscribers. Mm-hmm. So if I can reach 10,000 subscribers, I can leverage that just like the next category of individuals, fresh and fit. Mm-hmm. They leverage their subscriber amounts. They leverage their likes. They leverage whatever money they make through, super chats. They leverage all of that to try to get women to come on the show. And to come on the show, they'll throw it out there. Hey, you come on this show, You got to give up the,
The draws.
the guts. You know what I'm saying? You got to give up the guts. You know what I'm saying? The dugout, the box, whatever they call it, right?
Yeah.
The wound that never heals. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they call it. So they say you got to move fly. Amoo Jabril's fly. so anyway, yeah. So they say you got to give that up in order to be on the. Now they leverage these subscriptions because that's called clout.
Yeah.
And women are the number one clout chasers. You know what I'm saying? Women are the number one clout chasers. This goes back to hypergamous nature of women. They marry hypergamous. They marry up. You marry up in status. Hypogamy is to marry down. Men practice hypogamy. Women very seldom practice hypogamy, just like they say in the king and queen system. Any woman that a king marries becomes queen. Any man that a queen marries, just her dude. That's just her dude. Never become king. Never become king. That's just her dude. You know what I'm saying? That's just her husband. It never become king. And that's just the way it works. So you have hypergamy, marrying up above your station. Men and women do it. Okay? You got hypogamy, marrying below your station. That means you're aiming below your station. That don't mean somebody approach you. Okay, then you got isogamy, which is marrying parallel.
Lateral.
Yeah, lateral marriage, I'm saying. John Kerry in the ketchup, the ketchup, such. Teresa Hines. Patrice O'Neal called her the ketchup.
Say, I ain't hear that one, man.
This is the letter. Can you see the letter? The ketchup.
Say, come on.
It's a lowercase. It's a lowercase. The ketchup. He say, John Kerry, the one that married the ketchup, babe. Yeah. Anyway, so he married. John Kerry said he married up. That's what John Kerry said. Remember when they called the flip flopper during the election, whatever. Anyway, there was a Muslim kid in the masjid. John Kerry's a flip flopper. Like, dude, you need to get your new mama.
Come on, man.
Yeah, his mom was a single Muslim sister. I said, you need to get you a new mama. Sitting around talking about John Kerry's a flip flopper. He's a kafir. How about that? Yeah. Who cares about a kafir flip flopping? So anyway, Fresh and Fit, all these guys alpha. Now, one telltale sign that they're not alpha is because they're leveraging their subscription and their likes, in order to procure women. So anyway, if you can hear noise in the back, because my son is banging dishes and I told him to stop. But anyway, he's washing them, alhamdulillah. So anyway, with this Fresh and Fit versus Abby and Peach thing, you know what I'm saying, Myron Gaines got really emotional. Man, we got more subscribers than you. We got more followers than you. We got this. Oh, we got more money than you. He's really emotional.
Yeah, I seen that.
I mean, come on, man. That's not alpha behavior. That don't mean that an alpha can't get emotional.
Right.
I'm saying, dude, that was too much. Also, Apple say, hey, let's box it out. Let's box it out. Catch a fade. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, Look, these days, these kids are so soft, man. They might, let's goose. I don't know what. I don't know how they settle.
Come on,
these
man.
These kids are soft these days, bro.
Yeah, they are. They are.
We used to just, let's go on the street, man. Let's mix it up. Let's, like they say, let's rumble. You know what I'm saying, let's rumble. You know what I'm saying, let's mix it up.
Hands.
Yeah. Let's catch a fade, man. You know what I'm saying, catch a fair one. You know what I'm saying, and that's how we used to do things. And and Abba might be from that, from Haiti. They might still be in the street at Haiti. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying, with machetes, whatever. You know what I'm saying, but ain't no pow. That's like last resort. You know what I'm saying. So anyway, alpha wise, you insult the man's wife, then you come and do a half-hearted apology when you start losing subscribers. Okay, tens of thousands of subscribers backed off of that Fresh and Fit train or whatever. Of course, they gonna still watch it. They just not subscribe. You know how it is, bro. People love train wrecks. Most of the traffic you see on the highways because of wreck, people looking at it. It ain't the wreck, it's people looking at it. Rubbernecking, what they call it. So anyway, they start going off. They get really emotional, right? Okay, that's not an alpha sign. Also, alphas make mistakes. I guess I'm using y'all definition of alpha. Okay, alphas gonna make mistakes. They're not perfect beings. Okay, not infallible beings, right? So they make mistakes. But the man challenged you to the fade. your apology was lackluster. Okay, he challenged you to the fade. You got to answer that call.
Yeah.
I think Preach said that fit. That's the dark, ugly one.
I know you're
He
talking
said,
about
yeah. His face. I think Fresh and Hit.
Come on, man.
Fresh and Hit when it sounded right, so they
Say-
called it Fresh and Fit.
Come
So
on.
anyway, you're gonna get the two F's, F and F,
Yeah,
Fresh
yeah.
and Fit instead of F and H. F and H is actually a type of gun. F and H.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, anyway, he went out to purchase a gun. Okay, he threw out after agreeing. Yeah, we'll catch a fade up in the ring with some gloves on, right? Gloves, man. You got to get the MMA. You got to get the MMAs, the 4 ounce, or you got to go.
If you talking about it, you ain't doing all that.
Yeah, a bare knuckle. They got
Yeah.
bare knuckle leagues. I mean, we can knuckle it up. Y'all see these rusty things right here, boy? Stay strapped. I'm saying. So anyway, he says, he throws out, you got $500,000?
Here
Dude,
we go. Yeah. Here we
Every
go.
show you look like you just came from a fight that you lost. Every show like you took a loss right before y'all went on air. Like, why do got to pay you $500,000 to defend the honor of his wife,
Right,
man?
right,
I'm saying?
right.
That's the honor of his wife, bro. I'm saying, like, he said he'll take both of y'all catch a fade back to back. I'm saying? Back to back. But anyway, this is not alpha behavior. Just I know we're playing with it a little bit, but Kuffar cannot be alpha because alpha not only leads the women in their life, the women folk, but alpha also is able to lead men as far as examples and advice, so on and so forth. Kuffar don't have an example. Matter of fact, the Kuffar don't even have an example to be an example from. You know what I'm saying? Christianity means to be Christ-like. You don't have nothing about the life of Christ. You got a few tidbits, a few fourth and third and fourth person stories, and it doesn't add up to anything. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't add up to anything. They say Jesus was born, then he was 3, then he was 13, and then he was 33. 30, then 33. Okay, that's not a sunnah. We have the sunnah of Rasul Muhammad Sallallahu from the time before he became the Rasul. We have that, which is not sunnah, not legal precedent to follow. But when he became 40, we actually received the revelation until he was 63. We got 23 years, hundreds of thousands of hadith about his life activities, his speech, his behaviors, his likes and dislikes, his interactions. We have all of that. So we truly have something to follow. His intimate encounters under the sheets. Okay? If Muhammad SAW drew the curtain, closed the door, got under the covers, and did a thing, we have information about that. So alhamdulillah. So anyway, honorable mention. Those are the 3 I want to discuss, Kuffar. But we're going to mention honorable mention for a particular Muslim that calls himself an alpha male. Now, because of, I think he has a lot of martial arts, MMA training, which is, that's wonderful. Okay. I think he's maybe tall in stature, whatever, this and that. He has multiple wives, 3 now. Abu American, and he says, I think he says he's alpha, whatever. But the emotional tirade that Myron Gaines and Fit went through, Abu American does that too. He's a very brittle soul, meaning that he can't take too much criticism. Now, if someone's lying on you, I don't expect a believer, because Muhammad said a person cannot be a believer and a liar. So a person's calling you something out of your character, saying you did something that you didn't do, it's not going to sit right with you. Person calling you a liar as a believer, it's not going to sit right with you, because that's something that's beneath us as believers. Okay, but one incident where he was saying that, I was talking to this one guy, he was talking about this certain things Allah can't do. He said, man, that guy right there is astray and this and that. And I say, just casual, I wasn't going at him. I wasn't aggressive. And I know y'all real sensitive about that. Y'all nibbles get buffy
these days.
When that happens, y'all real soft. So I ain't go at him. I just say this actually is a category of fiqh, the things that Allah Ta'ala can't do. Even Ahmadiyya, rahmatullahi alayhi, he spoke about that. So it's actually a category of fiqh. It's a science of Islam, the things Allah can't do. I say, and he say, brother, don't make me block you. Don't make me block you. I
Instead
say,
of having
wow. I
them-
say, man, that's crazy because see, an alpha. Well, first of all, a Muslim don't respond like that. A Muslim don't block other Muslims. A Muslim, especially if you claim to be an alpha Muslim,
Yeah,
which is
you're gonna have a conversation with you. You know what I'm saying?
especially
have an intellectual
if
conversation.
you're
We're gonna go back.
you're sitting on your channel doing Q&A, questions and answers, but you claim you're not a sheikh. You know what I'm saying, and you're doing questions and answers and getting a lot of the stuff wrong. Now, a lot of stuff you get right, but some of the stuff you get wrong. I'm not saying 50-50. I'm saying maybe 75 you get right from a certain perspective, and 25 you get wrong. But that 25 is damaging because that's 1 out of every 4 questions. You know what I'm saying. So anyway, don't make me block you. Like, you should say, don't make me give dawah to you. Don't make me explain it to you. Don't make me give you tarbiyah, Islamic education. You know, you didn't say that. You said, don't make me block you. I say, akhi. I say, for instance, I try it again. I say, for instance, Allah can't die. Allah can't come down to earth as a man. Brother, you're going to get blocked. You're going to get blocked.
It's crazy.
Anybody that don't have that basic level, and this guy's got claim to be Salafi, so he one of y'all. Okay? So he claimed to be Salafi. Okay? So this guy claimed to be Salafi and claimed to be leading men and giving advice, giving dawah, doing Q&A on his podcast, and he don't have a basic level of aqidah like that.
That's scary.
Bruh,
That's scary.
you can talk to kuffar and say, can God do everything? Yes. Can God die? Well, Jesus, no. God. Stop talking about Jesus. Stop talking about white people. Let's talk about God. You know what I'm saying? Who's not a race, not a nationality, not human, not this, not that. Unlike anything. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. There's nothing whatsoever like him. Let's talk about Allah, the creator of all that exists. Can he die? You understand death? Everybody died in your family? Oh, my grandmother died. Do you ever expect her to come back? Did you ever sit around, at the wake? Did you think she was going to become awake? You know what I'm saying? You know, did you go visit the grave looking to see if there's a hole there that she came out like a mummy? Like the Walking Dead. No, you didn't do that because you understand death.
Yeah.
Anytime you have hope to see your grandmother is in the afterlife. And if she wasn't Muslim, anyway, so these are points that I'm making. Now, really emotional, really, as we say, Buffy Nibbles. Really Buffy Nibbles. You know what I'm saying? Really emotional. You can't lead men and you can't give dawah if you don't understand these basics of Tawheed, these basics of Aqidah, the basics of the Mafahim or the concepts of Islam, dealing with Allah Ta'ala. Okay? So you talk to the Kafir, you say, can Allah die? At the end of the discussion, the Kafir gonna say, no, God can't die. Fly, man. So anyway, it bothers me. So anyway, I can't stand them. Anyway, so even though they have a purpose, Allah created them, they have a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Spider food, wherever they are. Anyway, so they actually scavenge the earth. They clean the stuff that left on the side of the road. They clean it. But I'm not on the side of the road. It's my studio. So anyway, with that being said, Alpha is you're able to lead your women and the women folk of your family. You're able to, like I say, lead and advise and protect. That's Alpha, okay? Also, you're able to lead other men, okay? So I'm not saying that I'm not going to make a mistake in any aspect of study of the deen, so on and so forth. I'm not going to make a mistake in that. But the emotional response, when your first response as a Muslim man, as a believing man, as a alpha man, it should be to explain, to guide. Because that's their definition of alpha. You're able to guide women and guide men. So, inshallah, Allah Ta'ala will, make us less emotional, make our nibbles less Buffy. You know what I'm saying? Then we won't, we won't have that, problem, inshallah Ta'ala. So, can kuffar be alpha?
In that aspect, no. In that aspect, what you just
Kuffar cannot be
explained.
alpha. Is alpha something Muslims should aspire to?
Like I say, not really. No, it's not really our concern.
Not Islamically.
No, Islam, there you go.
We should be aspiring to be mu'mineen, believers. We should be aspiring to be mu'mineen, believers. That should be our aspiration. That should be us. But like I say, these new terms out here, these are not new terms, but they're colloquial speak that went to the forefront. Okay, beta, alpha. Okay, now they got sigma. Somebody said delta. You know, they got all these different Greek.
The fraternity.
Yeah, like these Greek names. You know, the Greeks stole a lot of stuff out of Egypt and called it Greek, and you got these Negroes getting branded with horseshoes and omega symbols and all this stupid stuff on their body just to rush or join a frat under the Greek, you know, and they real proud. These Negroes real proud to be Greek, you know. Anyway, so we're gonna move on, inshallah. Let me check the comments real quick. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brother Michael L. Smith II. Alhamdulillah, and walaikum salam to Sister Khadija El Ghali. I hope I'm El Ghali, I think it is. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Nevertheless, we're moving on to
Shaking my Muslim head.
now.
What we got today?
Well, we got the Afghanistan thing, where the Kuffar say they backed out. Let me explain something to you. Kuffar don't leave. Now, if they drain the country of resources, they don't see any benefit of having bases or embassies there, or what have you, then we understand them leaving because they've sucked the country dry. They've sucked it dry. Okay, we understand them leaving, but then they say they trained 300,000 Afghani soldiers to hold it down even if they leave. They say Taliban is only 75,000, okay, strong. They walked in and the 300,000 walked away. Taliban walked in, and I'm going to tell you, this right here, usually when this happens, America planned that. They pre-planned that. Maybe they're going to use Taliban as, in the future, the future boogeyman for so-called terrorist thing. They can blame it on that country. They can do whatever, right? There's a lot of different scenarios that could happen. But basically, America doesn't leave. Ask Germany. Ask Korea. Okay? Ask Korea. Ask Germany. Ask Iraq. Ask Japan. America doesn't leave.
Anywhere they plan a field under their flag. You know
They don't leave. Ask Saudi. Saudi thought America would leave. America's not leaving Saudi. America's not leaving Saudi. Okay? There are large military bases there in America. I mean, it is America. The bases are America. In Saudi, there's large military bases in Kuwait. They're not going to leave. Once you let them in, they don't leave. They're like stray cats. You know what I'm saying? You let American cats in, them cats ain't leaving. You know what I'm saying? Them cats found food, milk, water, whatever. Them cats ain't leaving. Okay? So the plan for Afghanistan, we don't know. Now, go to my page. Go to my Imam Saad page, and I posted a video from Al Arqam Institute. You really should subscribe there, brother Iyad Halal. Me and him differ on the COVID and the mask thing, but alhamdulillah, he got good sound Islamic information. And he did a khutbah, and he gave some history of Afghanistan in relation to the Khilafah and the Sultaniya, the authority that ruled Islam versus how Afghanistan fit into that whole scenario. And he talked about up until this present day what's happening there. And if you listen to the subhanAllah, this is beautiful. Listen to the language of brother Iyad Halal. Listen to the language, how he respectfully talks about their mujahideen, how he respectfully talks about their shuyukh. I mean, it's like these are brothers. These are brothers and sisters. Yeah, we might have some difficulties. Maybe, we might have some disagreements, but these are brothers. These are brothers and sisters. So, we should always remain open to assisting them and explaining to them how you rule by Islam. But I didn't hear it from them, but I know back during Mullah Omar's time that they asked him about establishing an actual legitimate khilafah, and they asked him, is this your plan to establish a legitimate khilafah? And Mullah Omar said that, no, this is just an Emirat. This is an Emirat was like island. What Jazira was like island, Jazira. But Emirat is basically like an isolated area, basically, I guess you can call it. Isolated area of ruling. and they said this is just for Afghanistanis. So he said it straight up. It was Wataniya. It was not Wataniya, but Qawmiya. Nationalism, Asabiya, basically. That it was just for Afghanistan people. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because they let Bin Laden in by the order of Bill Clinton. They let Bin Laden in by the order of Bill Clinton, just like Hassan Tarabi let him into Sudan. And they Bill Clinton sent them to Afghanistan, and Bin Laden was philanthropic. He pays money, makes roads, has the SUVs and all that kind of stuff, and he was spending that money, and stuff like that. So they let him in probably for that particular reason and didn't expel him out because they weren't too partial to Arabs. They were offering $5,000 for every Arab or $2,000. They were offering quite a few $1,000s for every Arab that in Afghanistan. The CIA would say, if you catch an Arab, if you find an Arab, turn them over to us. We'll give you this much money. American money. American money is trash.
Ain't worth nothing. Man.
Yeah, it's worth only by the military might. Its worth comes from the military might. So, I mean, man, these stimulus and all this other kind of stuff, man, it's crazy. Things are finna get really, really bad.
Yeah.
We talked about this.
I definitely believe that, man.
So anyway, well, for America thinking that we are fooled by their quote unquote backing out of Afghanistan, I'm sure the CIA is still there. The CIA is there. Many military people are there. Matter of fact, quiet as kept. I'm not even supposed to know this. I know that they're going back. A lot of naval ships and things like that
I think they
are
said
actually going back.
I think they said it on the news.
Yeah, but certain people that's in the military were told not to tell anybody. So I don't know how the news said it, but they actually are going back. They say because something happened.
Yeah,
that means America still has interest there, and their interest got disturbed. So they're gonna send some military back to set it back right,
which was pre-planned.
Yeah, to fine tune the Taliban, and then they're gonna quote unquote newsworthy exit again, inshallah.
Yeah.
Wallahu alam. But anyway, for you, Joe Biden, the child toucher, we are shaking our Muslim head. All right, alhamdulillah. Well, that's it. I know the show was kind of rough, but we went through it. Hope you all were entertained and informed at the same time. Inshallah ta'ala. That's all that I have. Anything else? Any closing words?
I don't have anything. Alhamdulillah, I'm here. Shukran for having me, brother.
I'm surprised the brother came.
Yeah, I came through.
If I say, hey, let's do the podcast in California, like,
say, here we go.
He'll be there. I'm saying he'll be there, but man.
Here we go. Inshallah, I can make more appearances. Inshallah.
Oh man, that would be. The sisters probably would love it.
Man, I ain't saved, man.
The sisters probably love it.
Man.
Inshallah. All right, this has been Amoo Yum Yum for Amoo Yum Yum the podcast, along with alhamdulillah filling in Amoo Jabril. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Like, share, subscribe, whatever you gotta do. I notice what everybody say. That's what I say. So
gotta do it, please.
Inshallah. Share it. Assalamu alaikum.